But what this is all showing is a very, very, very defined now movement to stop him amongst the establishment. I mean, when Lindsey Graham, bless my heart, Lindsey Graham comes out and says, you know, I don't even think I can vote for Republican if Trump is the standard bearer for our ticket. You know you've got trouble.
Well, they are in trouble, aren't they?
Well,
if he's saying that.
They really need to stop him from getting 1,237 delegates, which is what he needs to get the nomination. So if he goes into the convention in Cleveland with less than 1,237, it's an open ball game. If he goes in there with more than 1,237, then they're going to try and do whatever they can to stop or minimize him. This is how serious the challenge is that Trump is. And 1968 is a really, really good example. The Democrats tried this. They tried to, if you look at what party political conventions are all about, they're all about controlling what goes in, what goes out, the message, the platform, who your standard bearer is, etc. So back in 68, for those that may or may not remember, Bobby Kennedy had been assassinated in California just after winning the California primary. He had won 4 of the last big primaries. There was another candidate who'd won 6, and there was no clear frontrunner. And basically what they did was they installed during the convention. It was a very violent convention.
Well, there was a riot outside, wasn't there?
All against the Vietnam War.
And I mean, you're talking about Democratic conference.
It was the
here,
Democratic.
But I mean, you know, that the parallel is with the Republicans.
Yeah,
you think?
Yeah, but because you've got these very violent, vocal, gun-toting, Southern Christian evangelical crazies on one side, and the establishment Republican Party on the other side. Now, if Trump is the frontrunner going into the convention, but walks out without the nomination, you're going to have a massive split and the potential for violence at that convention because they'll feel their man was done wrong.
Well, there could be a riot within the conference hall as opposed to 68 outside the conference hall for the Democrats.
This is going to be very, very interesting because, you know, if you don't have a winner on that first ballot, then party bosses can get together in a smoke-filled room and essentially coronate someone who's known to be acceptable, such as a Mitt Romney.
It's a possibility that Mitt Romney could be the nomination. You think?
My gut tells me that if Cruz and or Rubio and or Kasich can win a couple of states and get a few more delegates under their belt, the chance of what's known as a brokered convention could happen. In which case, you go into the convention in July and you don't know who your front runner is. You don't know who your nominee is going to be.
But surely, if we're on the path that we're on now, and where Trump gets, you know, most of the delegates, there will be there won't be a brokered convention. You know, he will be coronated, won't he?
Unless the magic number is 1237. That includes delegates won an election and so-called superdelegates, the party bosses, the ones that, I mean, this is what everybody's all upset with Hillary about.
Yeah, but who can take those delegates off him?
Not a question.
The ones coming
if
up?
he doesn't have 1237, I mean, he lost 4 states on Super Tuesday, which was a surprise. I expected him to lose Texas. That was it. I didn't expect him to lose Oklahoma, Alaska, or Minnesota.
But of the contenders for the states coming up, who can stop him reaching that number?
Well, in Michigan, you're going to have Kasich, who'll take a bigger percentage. Now, I'm very upset because we've lost Ben Carson this week, and Jeb is gone. So,
well, Jeb's definitely gone, but
Ben
Carson probably has.
Yeah,
he's just not campaigning, is he?
Well, I mean, Carson has said that he does not see a path forward, and he's withdrawn from the next debate. But that said, he did not suspend his campaign yesterday. Now, we're doing this on Thursday, as we always do, the 3rd of March.
So technically, he's still in the race.
Technically, he's still in the race. He can still be voting. He can still get votes. But his percentage has been somewhere around 3 to 4%. So, and with the announcement that he's not going to be in the debate, most people...
Maybe that's because he speaks so slowly. he only
But all
got
the
3%.
personalities are gone except for Trump, and we really can't even make fun of him anymore.
He's certainly a personality. In fact, didn't the reporter ask to interview his hair or something?
Trump,
or
yeah, well,
ask a question about his hair.
oh yeah.
And he gets quite upset about that, doesn't he?
Oh, he gets upset about everything. The thin skin is notorious with this guy.